Hey y'all, this is Cheryl with another edition of Watch Cheryl Scrap. Today I'm going to be scrapping with a kit called Scallywag by Dream Big Designs, and I'll also be using the coordinated templates from Fiddle-Dee-Dee Designs, that's me, and I'll be using a template from the first set and a template from the second set, and I'll be bringing them into a double page layout. So what you see here is that I've quickly dragged those two templates onto a 24 by 12 canvas, and you simply just grab all the layers and drag them down onto your new canvas. And I'm starting to place my background paper, just making sure that those are aligned nicely. You're going to see me fiddle here a bit to make sure everything goes edge to edge, and for some reason it seems a little bit off, so I end up enlarging just a tad. Now, I don't have any particular place that I'm going to start filling in the template. I just kind of pick a spot and start. And what's great about these particular templates is they are made specifically for this collection. So it's easy to know what goes where. However, it's also just as easy to change things up. And I've had creative team members that have used the templates and used completely different kits with the templates. See, I'm just pulling in the banners now, and it wasn't quite long enough, so I've duplicated it. And I'm deleting the template banner, add my shadows, adding a little piece of word art. You can see I'm skipping from one side of the page to the other. There's no rhyme or reason to my creative process. Just kind of go with what's calling me when I'm looking at the kit. Adding some foliage in now. And I wanted a little bit more foliage than was actually included on the template, so I've just added a little bit more underneath the banner. And I pull some into this bottom corner as well. And I really like the matte paper in this kit, so I go ahead and use that for both the big paper mats on the back. And then this layout is all about ships, so I really loved this particular pattern. And I'm just trying to get it to match up so it goes across the entire layout. And I merged those all together into one piece of paper. I could have easily just enlarged the whole piece of paper so it fit across, but I wanted, one, the ships to be smaller, and so that particular method wasn't going to work for me. I've added a title, and now I'll start placing some word art, little word strips around the layouts. These are just fantastic little tiny pieces that just kind of pull together a layout, and they're the thing that I just reach for time and again when I'm making my layouts of late. Now I'm going to start placing some flowers. And this takes me a good while, so I'm going to speed this up just a little bit more for you. So here I am very quickly adding a lot of flowers, some string, moving around the word strip a little bit. Adding a few other brads and elements where I feel like they go well in place of a flower. I'm using these little tiny brads put in the center of the flowers just to give it a finishing touch. Remove some journaling and added in these additional gold pieces. So I'm just going to be finishing up here with a few more flowers. I think that's my last one. And from here I'm starting to move the photos around just a tad. And when I put the two templates together, I just felt like some of these photos weren't showing up as well and wanted to pull them out, have them be a little more noticeable. So I'm just doing some minor adjustments. Now here I don't really like that those two big mats in the back are not the same size. But I do believe I get over that and just do some angling and I'm fussing with it to get it exactly where I want it. And I think at this point is when I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to add a journal spot, because I didn't like the way those two papers met, even though I liked the angles that ended up being there. So I'm just pulling that journaling spot down a little bit. And of course I felt like I just needed one more piece of foliage to kind of pull down so that that journal spot felt more like it was part of the layout instead of just floating out there by itself. I'm going to add some string in here. Kind of doing some rotation. I think I found some extra spots where I left some of my template flowers a little bit, and one of them wasn't showing, so I've duplicated it and pulled it out. Still working on some more flowers. Pulling that matted paper up just a tad. Moving my title over. And I really felt like I needed some more red to pull the entire 2-page layout together. And since I have the red up there, I've decided to move the red word strip over to the far left, Scallywag down to the bottom right, and then the yo-ho-ho up to the top. It just stood out a bit more. Now I'm beginning to pull my photos in. We live near Pensacola Beach, and we had a Spanish tall ship that came into our port as part of our Fiesta of Five Flags celebration. And so at the end of May, we headed down to the Port of Pensacola to see the ship. And once we arrived there, the line was so incredibly long to get on the ship, and it was so very hot already, that we decided that we would walk around the pier area, and we actually went across from where the tall ship was docked, and that's where we took our photos from. Would have loved to see it up close, but that's what we got. So the pictures that you see here, me and my husband, me and my sister. Then I'm going to start adding some more pictures because my daughter was there as well. She had a friend with her, and my son. So we have pictures of just about everybody in front of the tall ship, because it's not often that you're going to see it. The tall ships don't stop in many ports in the United States when they head over. And that's my son looking at the ship. What I really loved about putting these two templates together was the fact that I was able to get so many pictures on one page. I think I got 14 total. So here I'm just placing all the photos, trying to decide what particular photos I want to highlight. Another picture of me and my sister, this time more body shot than up close. Like highlighting the flag. And some detail of the mast. Of course, my husband and I had to do our own little selfie. And I don't like how that's tucked behind there, so that's going to get pulled out in front. So I'll do some more minor adjustments to the photos back there. And it looks like I'm coming into my last photo that I'm placing on, and I'll have my journaling, I'll have that added, and custom shadows off screen.